Launching a collaborative of new sustainable living models. One Community Weekly Progress Update, number 623.
One Community is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are creating open source and free shared blueprints and resources, tools and tutorials, and do-it-yourself instructions for highest good living. Creating solution models that create additional solution creating models in the service of all life on this planet. This includes highest good approaches to food, energy, housing, education, for-profit and nonprofit business creation, society, and true earth stewardship.
Welcome back. Jay here again for our February 24th, 2025 edition of our Weekly Progress Update. And this week's topic is launching a collaborative of new sustainable living models. And I want to talk about that because everything you see happening in the background of this video are the pieces, the components, the puzzles, the pieces of the puzzle that is a new sustainable living model. And that new sustainable living model has some foundations to it. And we're creating open source plans for all those different foundations. And so those foundations we've broken up into two different categories. There's the physical foundations, which are food, energy, and housing. And there's also the emotional foundations, which we call and have identified as highest good approaches to fulfilled living, education, economics, and stewardship. And we're putting all this together to create one community as a place where people will be able to come and experience these new sustainable living models for themselves, and then take the open source plans, the tools, the tutorials, the resources, the do-it-yourself instructions to be able to replicate all of this, the whole thing, the physical foundations as well as the emotional foundations, as either the complete model as a teacher demonstration hub designed to teach other people how to create teacher demonstration hubs as well, or as individual components. So people can just replicate. And when I say individual components, not just highest good food is an individual component, but within highest good food, there is soil amendment, there's large scale gardening, there's permaculture, there is food forest creation, there is gray water processing and recycling. There's all these different aspects to highest good food, and each one is designed to be its own individual component that could be replicated by itself or as part of this complete model. Same thing for the highest good education program, the highest good society fulfilled living model. All these different components are designed to be part of this. But what we're doing is we're launching a collaborative of new sustainable living models as a collaborative. So the idea is we're open sourcing all this, and we're looking for organizations that will work with us to be able to replicate the complete model once we have it ready to go, to be able to replicate that or to be able to modify and adapt that for their own means and open source and free share their versions of that, and do the same type of work that we're doing using our open source plans, but also using our open source templates and the software that we're developing it for managing their projects and tracking their projects, just like we've been tracking our projects all along, so that they'll be able to compare their labor statistics and numbers with ours, their use of tools, equipment, materials with ours, and to make the whole process more efficient. And also so that they can adapt, modify, and create different versions of what it is that we're doing, and open source and free share their versions, and be able to compare, like, well, did that add or subtract from labor? What was the difference in tools and materials? What was the difference in the whole creative process and construction process and the end result, so that people can say, oh, well, I'd like to choose that, but it's going to cost me this much more, or I'd like to choose this, or wow, look at how they adapted that. I'd like to create this third version, and now we have another collaborative model that people can use, and so as we're doing this, we're creating a global collaborative, and right now the focus is on our virtual team working together to create the plans, to create the foundations for all these: the food, the energy, the housing, the fulfilled living, the education, the economics, and the stewardship, doing hundreds of thousands of hours of research and design and development so we can create a replicable model, a model that is specifically easy enough, affordable enough, and attractive enough to become self-replicating. So we can reach that, so it can start to self-replicate, so we can If one community can build this and we can inspire 2 additional communities the year after that, and us and those 2 communities can inspire 4 communities to start the year after that, and then 8 communities to start the year after that, and then 16 more to start the year after that, 32 after that. If we were to start a self-replicating process like that, if it were to continue to self-replicate like that, within 30 years we could include the entire human population. That's not necessary though. We just need to reach that critical mass, that tipping point of participation, such that we can say that we have achieved a sustainable civilization, that enough people have launched these new living models, that we have enough people participating such that everybody who wants to be a part of it has a way to do that, and that we as a civilization have achieved sustainability. And not just sustainability, but in that process where our models are designed to be regenerative. Regenerative for the planet, regenerative for the individual, regenerative on the local level for communities, and stewardship models designed to help regenerate ecosystems, biomes, and to be able to create a better world for everyone. And so in working this way together and creating this global cooperative and collaborative organizations working together, our goal is to do that, is to reach that tipping point of mainstream participation, to say that we have achieved mainstream adoption of sustainability and that we are, as a civilization, sustainable. It doesn't mean everybody's going to be sustainable. It just means that enough of us are living sustainably that as a civilization, we are finally sustainable, that we're moving in the right direction instead of creating the destruction and moving in the wrong direction the way we are now. So one community is trailblazing a path to that global goal. That's what we're doing. And we're creating easy to follow, free shared plans to support all that, and step-by-step instructions to achieve that. Super improved systems, sustainable, super improved because they're radically sustainable, built for the highest good of all people in life on this planet to the best of our ability. Systems for food, energy, housing, social architecture and recreation, education, economics, and stewardship. All these different areas so that people have the different components that they need for lifestyle design, creating the life that you want for your friends and your family. And we're open sourcing for you. We're not selling anything. We're open sourcing and free sharing it, because if we create an open source and free shared plan for this and people start implementing it more and more and we can make it mainstream, that benefits everybody. And we're doing it because we want to live this way, and because we want anybody else that wants to live this way to be able to do this as well. And so we made a mountain of progress, hundreds of thousands of hours. We're a nonprofit organization. We're a non-governmental organization. We're a 100% volunteer organization creating this this as a state-of-the-art collaboration model with software to back it up, with the website infrastructure to be able to share other people's projects. Because, and I just read an article about this the other day, with AI and automation happening right now at the speed that it's happening, those jobs, manufacturing jobs, are never coming back. They're never coming back. And more of our civilization is going to be able to be handled by automation, by AI, by machines, and that's a good thing. We have an opportunity to move into a new golden age of creativity and art and contribution to the highest good of all people in life on this planet, as more and more people have free time and resources to and they're asking the question like, well, what do I do with my life now that I can't work my job that I hated all the time, and I don't have my hour-long commute, that where do I go with that? What do I do with that? Join the collaborative of new sustainable living models. Create an amazing place for you and your friends and your family to live that's not dependent upon that model, that leverages that model for the good of you and your family and your friends, to create an environment where you don't have to work a traditional job anymore, and you can provide these places and you can leverage your skills and your passions and your joys within an environment and share that with other people that appreciate that and share that with the world. So one community is about creating world change and a better world for everybody, and we're creating a path for being able to share that with the world and to launch this idea and make it easier and easier for more and more teacher demonstration communities, villages, cities, and hubs around the world designed to teach other people how to create communities, open source communities, villages, cities, and hubs as well. So I've said this before, we're not teaching a person to fish. We're not giving a person to fish. We're not even teaching a person to fish. We're teaching teachers how to teach fishing. And so the idea is that we want to make this as easy and affordable and attractive as possible so that it'll spread on its own, and we're teaching people everything that they need to be able to do that. And so in each one of these components, so it could be replicated as either the complete model or just as an individual component. Like, people can just take the pieces of it that they like and implement that into their lives. And every little bit is, every one of these little innovative designs that's implemented is a step in the right direction. If somebody grows a garden that's grown without pesticides and herbicides, like, that is a step in the right direction. You're no longer supporting the herbicide, fungicide, and pesticide industry. You're growing healthier, fresher, better food for you and your family. You're providing an ecosystem that helps support nature. I mean, that's just one little example. Build a house without toxic materials. It's going to last longer, be more artistic and beautiful, stand up better to natural disasters, and you're not living in an environment that has carcinogens that have been proven to cause birth defects, brain issues, and cancer. Like, hey, it'd be great not to have that stuff. And so this is what One Community is all about. So, wow, I just went on a rant. So let me stop there and just say, hey, so One Community, if you want to get a weekly dose of positivity in your inbox, like and subscribe through our website to our weekly newsletter. If you'd like to see all the open source tools, tutorials, resources, and do-it-yourself instructions for everything that we've created, visit our website. If you'd like to see exactly what our all-volunteer team has created within the last week, visit our weekly progress update written blog. And if you'd like to support us in the easiest ways possible, visit our helping page or join us through social media. We are on all the different social media accounts to make it as easy as possible for you to get the word out, help us spread the word. And with that said, this is how we're launching a collaborative of new sustainable living models. And thanks for watching to the end. We will, of course, keep it on. Thank you.
The One Community approach to highest good housing is eco-artistic home building that is affordable, sustainable, do-it-yourself duplicable, resource and space efficient, and consists of 7 different sustainably constructed village models. One Community is also creating an open-source duplicable city center. It is designed to be LEED Platinum certified, provide 12 guest rooms, dining for over 150 people, and laundry and recreation space for over 300 people, all while saving money, time, space, and resources. One Community's approach to highest good food is duplicable almost anywhere, scalable for different needs, more biodiverse and nutritious, part of forwarding a global open-source botanical garden collaborative, and includes 9 different free, shared, and duplicable growing environments. One Community's approach to highest good education is designed for all age groups, adaptable to any schooling environment, inspiring and fun for all participants, includes national standards, all subjects, lesson plans, teaching strategies, learning strategies and tools, classroom design, and more. The One Community approach to highest good society is globally focused, individually enriching, cooperative and collaborative, includes a highest good network and application, 4 different economic models, and combines fulfilled living and true earth stewardship for the benefit of all people and all life on this planet.